Okay, so now we're on the account creation portion, and if the two passwords are equal, then prepare and run the insert query. So the queries that we have been working with so far have been the select query, right, where you select from the database, you extract information from the database. Insert means you're sticking it into the database, right? And so yeah, let's go ahead and explore how that's going to look. We come over here, this portion here, the else is done, right? The passwords don't match, else. Here we need to continue checking, right? So first thing we need to do if the passwords do match is connect to the database and run a query selecting all the rows where the username is equal to the username that they typed in on the keyboard, right here on the form. So I'm going to refer to my notes here, and maybe I could just grab this. You can grab this and then paste it right in here. And then for these, instead of typing them out, I'm going to be using the variable names. So maybe I can just go ahead and grab it from one of my old files. So this is basically what we need to do. So I need to set up the variables, and then this is actually a better spacing convention. Just saves time, so let's do it this way. And then now in here for the connect, we're going to be using these variables, and so I'm going to be doing this. And I got to select too. I got to do all of these things, right? So I got to do all of this actually, so let me just copy all of it, and then we can come back over here and I can do all that stuff right here, right? But of course I want to tab all this in, and I got to change things up a bit. So I'm connecting. Everything here is the same. Here I'm selecting the ID and the user. Now I'm wondering if I need the ID. Yeah, I guess so. And the user from cookie app where username is equal to username. Yeah, so we don't, since we know that the username is unique, we don't need to check the username and the password, right? We just need to check, is that username already in the database? And if it is, then we're going to return this information. I guess we don't need the username, we already have it. We could just get the ID, or we will die. Oh, did I do something wrong? Hold on one second. Yes. So I deleted that double quote there. So I'm going to delete from here like that. And then I'm going to delete this one. So in English, how does this look? I'm selecting from the database the ID field, only the ID field, from the cookie app table where the username in the database is equal to the username that the user typed in on the form. So basically, if this guy returns any information, then I am going to error out and get out of there, because that username has been found in the database and we can't have any doubles, right? So then here we're fetching the the MySQL query object, which is like the SQL spreadsheet, is being saved in the result variable. And then the MySQL fetch array is getting the first row from this possible multi-row Excel spreadsheet and saving it in this array, right? This array is only going to have one possible index, which is ID, because that's the only one that I'm selecting from the table. So now here I'm saying if array sub ID, meaning if there's any data in here, then do this, right? But if there is no data in array sub ID, then that means we did not find any matches, right, where username is equal to username. So it's going to do this, and we could do no match, right? Set that session variable and send them right on back to cookie login start. Yeah, that sounds about right, right? It's going to come over here and it's going to do this, wrong credentials, right? Yeah, I guess that would work. Maybe we don't want it to say wrong credentials, right? Maybe we want it to say that username already exists. So we could say reuser on the session variable. Yeah, reuser. And then we're going to come right on back to cookie login start.php, and we can add another else if. Right? And it's going to be pretty much the same as this one. So I'm just going to copy this one here, paste it right there. And here I'm going to search for, see if reuser is set. And if it is set, then I'm going to unset it. Reuser. And my message is going to be different, right? So here I'm going to print out that username already exists, right? And I'll save that. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and check out the if part. So if it is true, then we're going to set this equal to the ID. Yes. And what else? Hold on one second. So here all we're doing is we're checking if it is found, right? And so if it is found, then this would be true, and we want to do all of this. Okay, so my logic is a little bad, so it should be like that, right? So if it already is there, then we're going to set this and send them back with an error message. Else we will continue going. Okay, and we'll talk about that continue going later. But let's go ahead and save that and see if all of that works. Now, where are we going? We're going here, okay? And then I'm going to type in ASDF with 2 passwords that are the same. And this should error out because the username ASDF is already in there. So I submit. Already exists. Excellent. It works, right? Now, what about if I... Ooh, but it sends me here. I don't want to be here, right? I want to be here at create account. Ooh, so my header is wrong. So my header here should send me to cookie, create, start. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so we're here, ASDF, 2 of the same, submit. Takes me here, but there's no error message. That's not good. Oh, is it because I added it over here? Yeah, I added it to the wrong page, guys. So let me come back over here. Cookie, create, start. It's gonna go right in here, right? So I've been thinking about the wrong page. All right, so now we come over here. I do that, I do that, I do that. I hit submit. That username already exists, and we're good, right? Now, when I type in a unique username with the same 2 passwords, and I hit submit, excellent, it takes me through, right? This is part of the web application that we have not coded yet. It is this else here.